today. From St. Louis, Missouri, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's St. Louis taking.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's Week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Columbus Explorers and our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape,
seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
and you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Whitfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. To throw on 2nd down, Whitfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Whitfield.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Whitfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Whitfield. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Looking to throw on second down. Whitfield.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Back to throw. Whitfield. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is third down. Looking to throw. Whitfield feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down.
They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that might be his last pass in the NFL, because when you throw an interception, especially a pick 6 as a kicker, CD, I don't know that you recover from that one.
Partner, you got to remember one thing. My vintage takes me back to shades of Garo Yepremian against Washington in Super Bowl 7. Yeah, folks, I would tell you to do an encyclopedia search, but actually nowadays you do an internet search. Check that one out. And that was at least off of a block kick. This was a design throw. Results the same, though. Interception, 6 points going the other way. Hello, Mike Bass. Remember you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
Well, we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. To throw on second down. Whitfield. And he's got it complete to Fowler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Back to throw. Whitfield in trouble, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Whitfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
Off the play fake. Holiday.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And this one will be brought back to the 22. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Throwing to start the drive. Whitfield. Forced it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Whitfield. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers, because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
On third down, Holiday. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off play action. Holiday out to his left.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Craig. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 4th down, Holiday. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bulldogs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? They run a draw here on 2nd down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
throwing on first down. Whitfield, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitfield.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Whitfield looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The throw over the middle, taken in. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Off the play fake. Holiday.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the defense.
On the move past the 40.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Well, the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Whitfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Whitfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Whitfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Whitfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
And they'll run again. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Looking to throw on second down. Holiday stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the gun on third down, Holiday. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Holiday. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On third down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On first and 10, Holiday.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
On first down, Holiday. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to have a first down here as they're also in the field goal range at the 28.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. The Eagles trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. The Bears trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
From the gun on third down, Holiday. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort. And
part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. To throw on third down, Holiday. He finds his man, complete. That's Craig. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Throwing on first down, Holiday. He finds his man, complete. It's Craig.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
8 yards to go on second down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On third down, Holiday. And this is going to be incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things because it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Off play action. Whitfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A big completion there against double coverage. And, Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got a pick before? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Whitfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
On 1st and 10, Holiday over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. To throw on 2nd down, Holiday. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first.
Hands it off out of the gun.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Holiday. He finds his man. Complete. It's Craig.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's got his man. That's Fountain. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
To throw on third down, Whitfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Right back to him on first down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Holiday. He finds his man. Complete. That's Craig. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on third down, they've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Curtis. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And that is incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. On 1st down, Whitfield, and he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Whitfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Whitfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
On the move to his left. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Whitfield. And complete into the hands of Fowler.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Whitfield.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Whitfield. Flush to his right. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Whitfield.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's got some space here.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the home team here, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.